Good morning, guys. This is Kenzo Xtrahot-Forex. So let's go straight to our weekly analysis. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. So today or later today or tonight, actually, as you see, we are going to have federal funds rate or interest rates from the US. And what we know is the forecast said, or it's saying that they're not going to change the interest rates, which means they're just going to keep them where they are. And that is not really a bad thing. As inflation is slowly going lower and lower, I think maybe they will promise to cut the rates on the upcoming events. Let's hope they're going to mention that, because if they do that, that is going to be very good, and we will expect pairs that are going against the dollar to gain enough momentum. So other ones, they're just going to be indices, Nasdaq, US30, S&P 500, and the other ones to go even higher, especially when we have this pressure of tariffs. So tomorrow we also have interest rates from GBP. We have unemployment from Canada on Friday. So now we can just do our weekly analysis. If you realized that we did not really do any this week, so I'm just going straight to the ones that I feel like I have to check. So now we are on Euro GBP. We are on a very nice uptrend structure. So we expect the market to continue. The market just respected this support area. You can see that. So the market just respected this level here, but if you check on top, we have a smaller resistance. Which means once the market breaks out, we expect to see the market continuing to the upside. But you can see that we already marked these levels, so which means we expect to see this continuation of that buy. I hope maybe that makes sense. Fast forward, we can rush straight to EurUsd there on top, and from there we can just continue like that. So we can see that on EurUsD, the market or the structure, it is still showing us that we expect to see that continuation of that buy. Do you see that? So we expect to see something like that, but the market has been playing around that support, or let's say around this area. The market has been just consolidating here and there. So, but we still expect to see the market to go even higher. But I think FOMC is just going to tell us more. What can we expect next? So if maybe we know, or we expecting some good news. Good news, it's actually cutting the rate. That will be good, and I think we will see Euro USD starting to push the upside, or maybe continuing with that uptrend. So I'm still on that uptrend. So, and today it's not really a very good day just to jump on the market. The market might start to get aggressive because there are those expectations. People are expecting to see the rates going up, down, post, whatever. So whoever who's thinking the way they think, they will actually take action, and that will have some serious effects or volatility on the markets. But at the moment, I think the best way is to do it to just relax. So we did smash gold here. You can see we had an entry. The market started to struggle around this level, and I think I got out around those levels. And we can see that yes, the market did still go even higher. At least it touched our TP. But the overall structure, we can say, I think it's quite clear. The market is still on that uptrend, and I'm still expecting to see that continuation of uptrend. I think they said mid-May, Trump and Putin, they might meet in Saudi Arabia. That will be some very good news. And if that is going to happen, and if they reach a deal, expect to see gold reversing. At the moment, it seems like that is still a little bit far, but we can say yes, the market is a little bit higher. So for us to get in, we have to wait for the market to reach our support area before we look for that buy, or maybe the market might even go even lower before we look for that buy again. But at the moment, let's just relax and see. So on the next one, which is a US30, has been struggling around the same level. We can see that the market is just consolidating. The market is just consolidating around the same area. You see that? I think you can see that the market is not really the same on S&P or maybe Nasdaq. We see that the market is struggling around this level. So, but at the end of the day, maybe the market will follow Nasdaq and S&P 500, as we see that the market is now above this resistance, but we also have this diagonal resistance. But at the moment, I like the fact that the market is creating something there, and we can easily see that this is a resistance. For us to take any action, let's wait for the market to break that resistance before we do anything. Yes, we're no longer on that aggressive downtrend, so which means the market is willing to continue on the uptrend side. So on Nasdaq, what's really happening on Nasdaq? Not really that bad. We start to see that the market is now trying to go to the upside, even though it's not really that aggressive, but at least the market is no longer under this resistance. We saw a breakout. Boom, US30 is still around these levels. So we can see that Nasdaq is getting out and a little bit aggressive. So we did take that and we did smash that. So we can see, but the market is still actually struggling to push even higher. On top there, we have a resistance. We marked that. So which means we're just waiting for the market to touch this level. If it doesn't really touch this level, maybe the market will reverse back to this support. But since we have FOMC later on, things might not really be predictable at the moment. The market can do anything. But the good news will push Nasdaq to go up. If it's not going to be some very good news, I think we expect to see the market we expect the market to reverse. But the overall move here, I'm expecting to see a bullish momentum. I think they will actually try to share some good news. I think the market actually needs that. The market needs that. But we will see. We will see what will happen. So we also smashed US oil, but I got out because the market was just playing around. But we have the news that OPEC countries, they will be increasing the prices, and that will actually push oil to go even higher. But at the moment, it seems like the market is still trying to play games. The overall structure here, we can say we are coming from this nice aggressive downtrend. Maybe the market will actually go back to that resistance before something happens. But at the moment, we can see that yes, we're coming from the lowest area. And yes, the market is actually on a downtrend. So when we look for those buy positions, we have to be extra careful. So for today, I think this is actually enough. The most important thing that we're going to check is actually going to be Nasdaq. I think later on, Nasdaq and gold, they are going to be the ones that are going to take the spot later on. I think if we have some seriously good news, we will start to see the market reversing quite aggressive. I think we are going to see some aggressive news from there, or some aggressive positive news. But at the moment, I think this is enough. We'll see you later on. So, but anyways, thank you very much. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. Bye.